Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello friends, welcome to Circle Time in Miss April's classroom. My name is Miss April. What's your name? I'm so glad you joined me today. We have lots of fun things planned in Circle Time today. Let's start with the weather. We'll sing our weather song. What is the weather, the weather, the weather? What is the weather today? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? Is it snowy? What is the weather today? Okay, friends, it's time to look out of our weather window so we can see what the weather is today. Ready? Look, what's the weather like today? Ooh, I see the trees moving a lot. That means it's windy. Can you help me make a weather sentence? Perfect. Let's pick out a weather picture. Which picture shows a windy day? If you chose this picture, you are correct. This picture shows a windy day. Let's add it to our weather sentence. Perfect. Now let's read the weather sentence. The weather is windy. Good job. We'll read it one more time. The weather is windy. Great work. Our weather is windy today. When it's windy, it's a little cool outside too. And it's also the fall time, so the weather is starting to cool off. Today, we only have Brittany Bear with us today. Bobby Bear is on a fall break. He'll be back with us next week. So today, all we need to do is get Brittany Bear dressed for a cool, windy day. Do you think you can help? Perfect. Let's start with her top. What should Brittany wear on a cool, windy day? Should she wear a dress with short sleeves or a regular t-shirt? If you chose the t-shirt, I agree. It's not hot outside, so she doesn't need really short sleeves. She can wear a regular shirt on a cool, windy day. Let's put the shirt on Brittany. Perfect. Now Brittany needs bottoms. She chose long pants. What color are Brittany's pants? If you said blue, you are correct. Brittany wanted to wear her blue pants today. Let's put the blue pants on Brittany. Perfect. Now she needs shoes to protect her feet. Brittany chose shoes that are the same color as her collar. What color will Brittany's shoes be? If you said pink, you are correct. Brittany chose her pink tennis shoes. Let's put Brittany's pink shoes on. There we go. Brittany is all dressed for the cool, windy day. Great work, everyone. Thank you for helping. Now that we're finished with the weather, it's time to talk about our letter and sound of the week. We'll start with the sound. This week, our sound is F. Can you make that sound with me? F. Great work. We need a letter to write the F sound. Do you know what letter we use to write the F sound? We use the letter F. Can you say F? Great job! This is an uppercase F. and this is a lowercase f. They make the f sound. Let's add them to our circle time board. Our letter of the week is F. F makes the f sound. Can you say that with me? F makes the f sound. Perfect. We're going to look at a picture of something that starts with the letter F. I'll give you some hints about our picture. This is something that swims in the water. It has fins, and they come in many different colors. Remember, it starts with the f sound. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you said a fish, you are correct. Fish starts with the letter F. I know that fish starts with the letter F because I hear the f sound at the beginning. Listen. Fish. Did you hear it? Perfect. Okay, now that we've talked about our letter and sound, it's time to introduce our number of the week. Last week, we looked at the number 3. This week, we are going to look at the number after 3 when we count. Do you know what number comes after 3? If you said the number 4, you are correct. This week, we're learning about the number 4. There we go. Let's see if we can count to 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I heard the number 4, so that means I stop because I'm counting to the number 4. This is a 4. We need to put 4 apples on our apple tree. Can you help me do that? Great. This week, we are going to count 4 apples. Count with me. 1, 2, great. 3, 4. Perfect. Let's count one more time, just to make sure we have 4 apples. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great work! You just counted 4 apples. Remember, I like to point when I count. It makes me keep track of which ones I've already counted. We only count each object one time. And we counted 4. Great work! Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to write the number 4. And we're going to practice with our magic finger. But for now, it's time to move on to our color of the week. This week, we are reviewing colors that we've already learned. We have 2 colors that we're going to talk about today. We have this color and this color. Do you remember what color they are? Let's start with this one. What color is this? If you said red, you are correct. Let's put the red crayon on our circle time board. We're going to talk about the color red. We also have this color. Do you remember what this color is? It's yellow. Let's add the yellow crayon to our circle time board. We're going to talk about red and yellow. We learned that fire trucks are red, and so are stop signs. They were in our red song that we learned. In our yellow song that we learned, we saw baby ducks. Baby ducks are yellow. And we also saw a smiley face that was yellow. Today, we're going to look at more pictures. They're either going to be red or yellow. And we're going to sort them. We're going to put the red objects in the red circle. And we're going to put the yellow objects in the yellow circle. Are you ready? Great. Let's get started. Oh, I see lots of red and yellow objects. Let's start with the socks. What color are the socks? Should we put them in the red circle or the yellow circle? If you said red, you are correct. The socks belong in the red circle. Let's try another one. Oh, look, it's a ball. What color is the ball? Should we put it in the red circle or the yellow circle? If you said red, you are correct. Let's put it in the red circle. Oh, look, here are bananas. What color are they? Where should we put them? If you said the yellow circle, you are correct. The bananas are yellow, so they belong in the yellow circle. Oh, look, it's a stop sign. What color is the stop sign? Should we put it in the red circle or the yellow circle? If you said the red circle, you are correct. Let's put the stop sign in the red circle. Okay, we have 2 more pictures. Ooh, look, it's daffodils. What color are they? Should we put them in the red circle or the yellow circle? Yes, the daffodils are yellow. They belong in the yellow circle. Okay, we have 1 more picture. It's the sun. What color is it? Does it belong in the red circle or the yellow circle? If you said the yellow circle, you are correct. The sun is yellow, so it belongs in the yellow circle. Great work, everyone. You just sorted lots of pictures. You sorted them by color. You put the red objects in the red circle and the yellow objects in the yellow circle. Great work. Okay, now it's time to introduce our shape of the week. This week's shape is round, just like a circle. But they don't look exactly the same. A circle is perfectly round. From the center, if you draw a line out, it would be the same length all around. This shape is not exactly like that, but it is curved just like a circle. I'll show it to you. Do you know what our shape is? It's an oval. Can you say oval? Perfect. An oval has 0 sides and 0 corners. It's curved, but it's not perfectly round. Let's put it on our circle time board. Let's look at some pictures of ovals. Here's an oval. This oval is long. It's really wide. Here is another oval. This oval is tall. It's curved with 0 sides and 0 corners. We just looked at 2 ovals. They didn't look exactly the same, but they were both ovals. They were curved with 0 sides and 0 corners. Let's practice drawing an oval. Start at the top. We're going to draw a tall oval and go round. You can go really low and then come back. You just made an oval. Let's try it again. Start at the top, curve around. You can go really low if you'd like to make it really tall, and go back up to where you started. Perfect. We just drew a tall oval. Great work, everyone. That's the end of our circle time board. That means it's time to take a brain break before our daily message. So go ahead, press the pause button, take a brain break, and come right back for our daily message. Hello friends, welcome back to Circle Time. Did you enjoy your brain break? Awesome. Well, now it's time for our daily message. Our daily message tells us what we're learning about today. Let's read today's message. There are many things to see on a farm. Okay, now you try and read it with me. I'll read it and then you repeat. Ready? We start at the top on the left. There are many things to see on a farm. Great job! You just read today's message. Before we talk about our message, we're going to be letter detectives. Do you remember what our letter of the week is? If you said the letter F, you are correct. This week, we are talking about the letter F. So, that means we're going to be looking for the letter F. We can look for an uppercase F and a lowercase f. I'm going to put them on the board so we remember what they look like. And then we'll look for our letter F. Ready? Put your detective goggles on. Perfect. Can you find the letter F? Ooh, I found one. There's only one F in our message. Did you find the letter F? Great. Let's follow along our message and see if we can find it together. Ready? We start at the top on the left and we move to the right. I'm looking for the letter F. It looks like this. I'm looking. None on this line. Let me see if there's one on the next line. I go back to the left and down one line. I'm looking for the letter F. Oh no, I don't see one on this line. Let's go back to the left and down one line. I'm looking for an F. Oh look, here is an F. Let's underline it. Is it an uppercase F or a lowercase f? If you said a lowercase f, you are correct. It is a lowercase left. It curves at the top and the line through the middle goes all the way across. Great work! We found one F in our message. This F is in the word farm. Can you say farm? Perfect. Did you hear the f sound at the beginning of farm? Listen, farm. Did you hear it? Fantastic. Okay, now that we found our letter, we are going to read our message one more time, and then we'll talk about it. There are many things to see on a farm. We are talking about one of our senses today. See. We see with our eyes. Our message says that there are lots of things that we can see on a farm. We're talking about farms this week. There are so many different kinds of farms. That's our word for today. Farm. Can you say that with me? Farm. Perfect. Today, we are going to talk about the different types of farms and all the things we can see on a farm. Let's add this word to our word wall. Perfect. There are so many different kinds of farms. Have you ever seen a farm before? Thank you for sharing. Sometimes we'll see animals on a farm. We usually see a big red building. It's not always red, but most of the time it's red. Do you know what it's called? It's called a barn. A barn is where the animals stay. It's like their house. So animals stay in barns on a farm. But not all farms have animals. Some farms are made to grow food. They grow crops. Some crops we see on farms are wheat, corn, potatoes, apples, pumpkins. There are so many different kinds of farms. Today, we're going to read a book about an animal farm. That means this farm has animals on it. As we're reading, we're going to see the different things that we can find on a farm. Are you ready to read today's book? Perfect. What animal do you think our book is going to be about? If you said a cow, I agree. I see cows on the front cover. That means our book is probably about cows on a farm. Let's see what the title of our book is. Click, clack, moo. Cows that type. We are going to see cows that type. Wow. Can cows really type? No, in real life, cows can't type. That means this story is make-believe. It's not real. A story that's not real is called fiction. Can you say that word? Fiction. Perfect. This is a fiction story. It's not real. But I like to read fiction stories because they're usually very exciting. Okay, so we read the title, Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. The author is Doreen Cronin. Doreen Cronin. She wrote all the words that we're going to read in today's book. She's the author. The author writes the words in the story. The pictures are by Betsy Lewin. Betsy Lewin drew all the pictures we're going to see. The person who draws the pictures is called the illustrator. Can you say that word? Illustrator. Perfect. The illustrator draws the pictures. Okay, are you ready to read our book? Great. Click, clack, moo. Cows that type. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long, he hears click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows typed Farmer Brown a letter. They're cold at night. They want him to get blankets. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Here's the note. Let's read it. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. The cows are not going to make milk for Farmer Brown. They're on strike because they didn't get what they wanted. Did you know that cows make milk? Awesome. Let's see what happens next. No milk today? Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Let's read it. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. What other animals are on this farm? They talked about the hens. The hens are girl chickens. The hens are cold too, so they want blankets. Let's see. Do you think Farmer Brown is going to get them blankets? Thank you for sharing. Let's keep reading to find out. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Oh no, did Farmer Brown get the chickens a blanket? No, they went on strike too. They're not making any eggs for Farmer Brown. Chickens, or hens, lay eggs. Cows that type? Hens on strike? Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Farmer Brown is not getting them blankets, but he still wants his milk and eggs. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. What other animal is in our story? A duck. We can find ducks on farms. The duck is bringing the note to the cows and the hens. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Ooh, there's other animals that gathered on the farm. What other animals do you see? I see a horse, a pig, here's a cat, a dog, and a sheep. Those are other animals that we can find on a farm. Let's see what happens. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. So the cows said that if they get blankets, then they'll give Farmer Brown the typewriter. Do you think Farmer Brown is going to agree to this deal? Why do you think that? Thank you for sharing. Let's see if you're correct. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. If you said that Farmer Brown would take the deal, you are correct. Farmer Brown got electric blankets for the cows and the hens. Let's see what happens. The next morning, he got a note. Uh-oh, let's see. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, click, quack. Click, click, quack. Click, clickety, click, quack. Who took the typewriter? The ducks took the typewriter. They want a diving board for their pond. I wonder if Farmer Brown is going to get them one. What do you think? Let's see if you're correct. Oh, look. Did the ducks get a diving board? They did. I bet you Farmer Brown said he'd give them a diving board if they would give him the typewriter. Did you enjoy this book? Great! I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I like reading fiction stories. They're usually very funny and interesting. Today, we talked about the word farm. We said that there are many different types of farms. Today, we read a book about a farm that raises animals. But not all farms have animals. Some farms grow crops and plants so that we can have food to eat. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. We have a lot more to learn about farms this week, so make sure you come back tomorrow for circle time. Bye! Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And if you would like to see more videos just like this one from Miss April's classroom, make sure you click subscribe.